When I started hoeing, I was 6 years old, hoeing the weeds out of the cotton field, going to the field with my father and my older brother and sister. I thought that I just begged to go, but it got old. But my father would always have me hoe the row next to him, and big weeds or Johnson grass, he'd dig it out of my row, and I just hoed the smaller weeds. And then we had something we called the Go Devil, which was on runners, kind of like a sled, and it had a seat. You could sit down on it. It had some round disc, what we call disc, that cut the bed, the dirt, or made tracks through it, or however you would describe it. And then big knives that went out, and the horses, 2 horses, would pull that, and you got to ride on it. But when we'd come to a gully where the big rains had washed out, and I'd always get off till the horses pull that through, and then I'd get back on because I was afraid he'd turn over with me. So then there's the cultivator. When the cotton got big enough, you had some equipment called a cultivator. And of course, I had my team, and I cultivated. And when I was 6 years old, I pulled 100 pounds a day, and we'd weigh up 5 times through the day. And then it was always right before sundown. It would be so much fun. I could work better then than any other time of the day. It was just something, I don't know what it was. Like kids romping and playing just before sundown. It's just, I guess we know the day is drawing to a close, and we want to savor every bit of it. So that went on until, I guess I was about I don't know when we quit having to stay out of school to help get the cotton in, but then we were able to hire some people to do it. But then one year my cousin came, and he needed some money, and he was my age, and I was in the 7th grade. So I thought, well, it'd be fun to stay out one day and pull, we called it pulling bowls. My father made me stay out 2 weeks. So I thought, I'll never do that one again. Then one morning, it was real frosty that morning, and we would pick it out of the burr instead of pulling the whole bowl until the sun came up and dried it and warmed things up and dried it out. My feet got cold. I said, Daddy, my feet are cold. He said, well, take your sack off. And, oh, boy, I thought he's going to let me run across it was a creek, but we went down the road and a bridge, and it was a very short distance to the house. And he said, run up and down the road till your feet get warm. Well, one little round, and my feet felt pretty warm, so I put my sack back on and started pulling bowls. That's kind of life. We always had plenty of food. My father worried after we were all gone from home about us having to stay out of school, and we didn't work that hard. We thought we were working real hard, but we had fun out in the field too, to a certain measure. But he would always end up saying, but we never were cold and we never were hungry. And I'd think, well, what more should anybody want? It's not our needs that get us into trouble, it's our wants.